Hello, my name is Edward Cody, and I am in a group with Olivia C., Nick Menough, and Lynette Ron, and this is our Interaction Metrics project presentation. So first we'll go over the goals and introduce the game, then we'll follow up with some metrics and the results. We'll cover the literature review, and then finally wrap things up with the discussion and conclusion. So let's start with the introduction. Our goals were to determine what elements cause team success and to predict success in terms of Unrailed gameplay. Unrailed is a co-op multiplayer game where you and 3 friends are tasked with building a train track across an endless, procedurally generated world. Players need to work together to navigate, gather resources, upgrade their train, and keep it from derailing. Now we'll watch a short video introducing the game. Alright, so here's a screenshot from the game. I'll quickly point out a few things. So first of all, here is the train, and the goal is to get the train to the next train station, which can be found up here in the top right corner. Players do this, or accomplish this, by placing down tracks, and they also have to gather resources to build new tracks. They have access to an axe, which they use to cut down trees to get wood, and then they also have a pickaxe, which allows them to break rocks, and then they can gather the iron from that. Players then transport the iron and the wood to the storage wagon, and once the resources are placed into the storage wagon, the crafting wagon will begin producing railroad tracks automatically. Then those tracks can be picked up by players and placed down, and the cycle continues. Over time, the train builds heat, and it will eventually, if left unattended, catch fire. So the water bucket is used to cool off the train or put out fires that happen. Players can use the wood that they gather to also build bridges, which is often necessary for navigation through the world. And finally, between each train station, there will be a bolt, and it's usually in an inconvenient location, and so players have to go over to it and pick it up, and when they do this, then they can use that bolt to purchase upgrades once they reach the train station. And from here, I'll hand it off to Nick, who will cover the analysis.
Metrics of measurement for Unrailed. Team trust reflects on the confidence team members have in each other's abilities, fostering collaboration, efficiency, and error reduction. Team cohesion evaluates the team's ability to work together and stay aligned even under stress, highlighting strong interpersonal dynamics. Team skills comparisons identifies individual strengths and weaknesses, enabling effective task allocation and maximizing team potential. Team success integrates all metrics to assess overall performance, highlighting the factors driving success or failure. These metrics provide a comprehensive view of team dynamics, offering actionable insights acceptable to real-world scenarios such as project management, gaming, and workplace collaboration. Team trust measures how well a team member relies on each team member during gameplay. It reflects confidence in teammates' ability to share tasks, communicate effectively, and respond quickly. Trust is calculated using a distribution, communication frequency, and response time. Balanced task and high communication boosts trust, while slow response can weaken it. This metric highlights team dynamics and areas for improvement, such as a clearer communication or better task assignment. Team cohesion was assessed by analyzing communication and teamwork during gameplay. Key factors included disagreement levels, trust presence, player motivation, and alignment towards shared goals. Trust building phases like "you got it," "thank you" highlighted strong cohesion. Cohesion ensures alignment, motivation, and support even under pressure, offering valuable insights into how collaboration drives team success. For team comparison, we used a YouTube team. We compared our team versus their team. We analyzed key metrics like task distribution, response time, communication, frequency, trust, and cohesion using in-game data and transcript. Comparative bar chart highlighted each team's strengths and weaknesses and offering a clear view of how dynamics and collaboration influence success. This helped pinpoint areas of improvements for enhanced teamwork and efficiency. Team SES, we use a weighted performance index, integrating like response time, task distribution, trust, and communication. Success was defined by task efficiency, trust, and cohesion. Our analysis revealed that teams with higher trust, faster responses, and better communication constantly excelled, highlighting the importance of balanced team dynamics. In this bar chart, Team outperformed Team B with a performance index of 2.48 versus zero point 0.80. Team A excelled in communication and response time, enabling efficient coordination, while Team B showed better task distribution and cohesion, reflecting teamwork potential. These metrics highlight the balance between communication, trust, workload management, team, and performance. This bar chart is a key metrics for both teams. Team A is excelled in communication, 8.53 messages per minute, and response time of 2.8 seconds, showing proactively. Team B outperformed in task distribution versus Team A and cohesion, reflecting better task balance and collaboration. This chart highlights the trade offs between speed, communication, and teamwork. Uh, Feature importance analysis highlights key predictors of team success. Communication frequency was a top factor, emphasizing the role of regular updates and coordination. Team trust followed, showing the value and confidence in teammates. Task distribution and cohesion had less immediate impact, suggesting that the supportive teamworks but may not drive short term performance under pressure. This underscores the need to prioritize trust and communication for team success.
All right, so next up we have the literature review. For this, we included two related studies that provided valuable insights into teamwork dynamics and metrics that aligned with our analysis. The first research article is from Salas et al., and in this study, they analyzed past research articles that were related to teamwork, team communication, and team effectiveness from an edited volume called Human Factors. From this, they identified several factors that influence team performance, which includes team composition, which is like personality, cognitive ability, motivations, and cultural factors, work structures, which is like communication structures and team norms, and task characteristics, which includes the amount of workload and the type of task. They also found that effective team communication includes mutual support, clear instructions, and responsiveness. The study relates to our project because the way they analyzed team communication, which is one of the aspects of team or work structure, was similar to how we measured our group's team cohesion. The second research article is by Feitosa et al., and in this study, they wanted to explore how team trust can impact team performance, and they also examined various methods and measurements used to assess this relationship. They used meta-analysis to analyze 118 studies and coded their team performance outcomes. And with that, they found that the link between team trust and performance depends on the timing and the data sources. They also found that these studies with quick single source data showed a stronger effect of the trust and performance relationship than those using multiple data sources. And this study relates to our project because the way they coded and meta analyzed the team metrics influenced the way we calculated our team trust formula.
Okay, and finally in part four, we will go over the discussion and conclusion. So there were some limitations to our study. The nature of this game requires players to communicate exclusively verbally, so the lack of in person cues like body language or facial expressions definitely limits the quality of communication that would be more reflective in a real world setting. We also analyzed our own data, which could definitely introduce bias. Since we were examining ourselves, data collection and interpretation may have been compromised, and there may have been an unintentional skew in how we understood and analyzed our information. And finally, the game's audio quality also posed a challenge. With more than three people speaking at once, the platform would often cut people off, which led to disruptions in communication. And we did try to mitigate this by manually editing transcripts, but who knows? Pertinent information could have been lost in the process. And then there are a few other noteworthy considerations. Since we were all new to the game, our team operated with a horizontal structure, meaning no hierarchy and equal opportunity for all players to engage in tasks without supervision. And since this is more unconventional than traditional workplaces with defined roles, it may have fostered greater team cohesion. And then there were also numerous silent periods, which could be interpreted as positive, negative, or even neutral. So, for example, it could indicate flow, disengagement, or even role uncertainty. And while we didn't explore this aspect too deeply, we do think it's worth examining in future work. And that's it for our presentation. But honestly, there is so much more to be said about this study. So please let us know if you have any questions. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.